Do you know there's one simple practice that can radically change your life in just 21 days? It requires no money, special skills, or enormous effort. Yet it can improve your health, relationships, career, and overall sense of happiness. This is the practice of gratitude. Today, I'll tell you how to learn to be grateful properly and why this might be the most important decision of your life. Ready to discover the secret that has changed the lives of millions of people worldwide? Let me start with a confession. Just 3 years ago, I was a skeptic. When people told me about the power of gratitude, I thought, nonsense for naive optimists. But life forced me to reconsider my views. In 2021, I was going through one of the most difficult periods. Problems at work, relationship breakup, financial difficulties. It seemed like the world was against me. That's when my psychologist friend suggested trying the gratitude practice. Just 5 minutes a day, he said. Simply write down 3 things you're grateful for. I agreed more out of politeness than faith in the result. But within a week, I noticed something strange. My focus began to shift. Instead of looking for problems, I started noticing the good. It was like switching radio stations from static to a clear signal. What is gratitude from a scientific perspective? It's not just a polite thank you. Gratitude is a complex emotion that includes recognizing the positive in life and understanding that the source of this positivity lies outside ourselves. Neuroscientists have discovered that gratitude practice literally rewires our brain. Research from the University of California showed that regular gratitude increases activity in the hypothalamus area and boosts dopamine production. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter of pleasure and motivation. The more we practice gratitude, the more dopamine is produced, the better we feel. This creates positive feedback. But it's not just about brain chemistry. Gratitude changes our psychology at a fundamental level. It switches us from scarcity mode to abundance mode. Imagine 2 glasses. One is half empty, the other half full. It's the same glass, but our perception is radically different. Gratitude teaches us to see the full glass. Robert Emmons, the world's leading gratitude researcher, conducted an experiment with thousands of participants. One group weekly recorded what they were grateful for. The second recorded problems and irritations. The third simply noted neutral events. The results amazed even skeptics. The gratitude group showed 25% improvement in physical health, 20% increase in happiness levels, and 15% better sleep quality. And this was just in 10 weeks. But how does this work in real life? Let me tell you the story of Maria, an entrepreneur from Moscow. In 2020, her business almost went bankrupt due to the pandemic. She was in despair, Maria recalls. But a friend advised keeping a gratitude journal. At first, I could only find one thing, that I had a roof over my head. Gradually, the list expanded. Maria became grateful for family support, new opportunities, and lessons that difficulties taught her. It changed my perspective on the crisis, she says. Today, Maria's business is thriving. She launched a new direction, found reliable partners, and tripled her profits. Gratitude didn't solve problems magically, Maria explains, but it gave me strength and clarity of mind to find solutions. This is the key point. Gratitude doesn't deny problems. It doesn't call for closing our eyes to difficulties. On the contrary, it gives us resources to overcome them. When we're grateful, our brain produces not only dopamine, but also serotonin, the hormone of happiness and confidence. We become more creative, resourceful, stress-resistant. Harvard Medical School research showed that grateful people are 23% less likely to suffer from depression and 30% better at handling stress. Their immune system works more efficiently, and their cardiovascular system is healthier. But the most amazing thing, gratitude is contagious. When we express appreciation to others, it triggers a chain reaction. People become kinder, more responsive, ready to help. Adam Grant, in his book Give and Take, proved that the most successful people are those who know how to sincerely thank and appreciate others' contributions. They create an atmosphere of trust and mutual support around themselves. Now about practice. How to properly develop gratitude. The first method is the classic gratitude journal. Every evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for today. It's important to be specific, not just grateful for family, but grateful to mom for calling and asking about my well-being. Details amplify emotional response. The second method is gratitude letters. Once a week, write a letter to someone who has influenced your life. You don't have to send it. The act of writing itself activates the right brain areas. Martin Seligman, founder of positive psychology, discovered that one gratitude letter increases happiness levels for a month ahead. Imagine the effect of regular practice. The third method is gratitude meditation. Spend 5 minutes in the morning reflecting on what's good in your life. Start with the basics: health, loved ones, opportunities. The fourth method is gratitude in action. Don't just think and write, but act. Thank a colleague for help. Write a review for your favorite cafe. Make an unexpected gift to a loved one. But there are pitfalls. The first is mechanical execution. If gratitude becomes formality, it loses power. It's important to feel what you write or say.
The second pitfall is comparing with others. "I should be grateful because someone has it worse" is the wrong approach. Gratitude isn't about comparison, but about recognizing the value of what you have. The third pitfall is toxic positivity. Suppressing negative emotions under the mask of gratitude is harmful. Healthy gratitude coexists with the full spectrum of feelings. Research shows that forming a habit takes 66 days, but the first results of gratitude are visible in just a week. This is one of the fastest-acting personal development practices. Let me share another story. Alexei, a programmer from St. Petersburg, suffered from chronic fatigue and burnout. Working 12 hours a day, constant stress, relationship problems. "I thought gratitude was for weaklings," Alexei admits. "But when life reached a critical point, I decided to try. I started small, being grateful for good morning coffee." After a month, Alexei noticed changes. He slept better, had fewer conflicts with colleagues, found new sources of inspiration at work. "Gratitude didn't change external circumstances," he says, "but it changed me." Today, Alexei leads a development team, launched a successful startup, and built his personal life. "I understood a simple truth. Focus of attention determines quality of life. Gratitude is a tool for managing focus." Brain neuroplasticity allows us to rewire neural connections at any age. Every act of gratitude strengthens positive thinking patterns and weakens negative ones. Gratitude also affects our relationships. University of Georgia research showed that couples who regularly express gratitude to each other are twice less likely to divorce and 3 times more likely to report high marriage satisfaction. In the professional sphere, gratitude also works wonders. Companies where managers regularly thank employees show 31% higher productivity and 37% better sales results. But most importantly, gratitude makes us more human. In a world full of cynicism and negativity, it returns our ability to see beauty, goodness, meaning. Let's talk about specific techniques in more detail. I'll share 7 powerful methods I've tested on myself and my clients. The first technique is gratitude on awakening. Don't pick up your phone for the first 5 minutes after waking up. Instead, mentally thank for waking up, for the new day, for the opportunities it brings. This simple practice launches a positive mood for the entire day. Dr. Andrew Huberman from Stanford explains, the first minutes after awakening are critically important for setting the day's neurochemical balance. The second technique is gratitude in traffic jams. Many spend an hour or 2 daily commuting. Instead of getting irritated by traffic, use this time for gratitude. Thank for your car, for music, for the opportunity to get to work. Sounds trivial? Well, Jim Carrey, the famous actor, did exactly this early in his career. He drove around Los Angeles in an old car and thanked the universe for every audition opportunity. Today, he's one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. The third technique is gratitude to difficulties. This is the most challenging but also the most powerful practice. When something unpleasant happens to you, try to find a lesson or opportunity in that situation. Don't confuse this with toxic positivity. You don't have to be happy about problems, but you can look for meaning and growth opportunities in them. As Friedrich Nietzsche said, "What does not kill us makes us stronger." Elena Vodinova, a successful coach from Kiev, told me her story. In 2019, she lost her job, divorced her husband, and faced serious financial problems. "I was at rock bottom," she recalls. But instead of self-pity, Elena decided to practice gratitude for lessons. "The layoff taught me not to depend on one income source. The divorce showed I was stronger than I thought. Financial difficulties made me reconsider priorities." Today, Elena runs her own successful business, helping people find their calling. She's happy in a new relationship and grateful to that difficult period for what it taught her. The fourth technique is 5-4-3-2-1 gratitude. When you feel stress or anxiety, name 5 things you see and are grateful for, 4 things you hear, 3 things you feel tactilely, 2 smells, and 1 taste. This technique not only calms the nervous system, but also shifts focus from problems to gratitude. It's based on cognitive behavioral therapy principles and has proven effective in clinical studies. The fifth technique is gratitude in conflicts. When someone irritates or angers you, try to find one thing you can be grateful to them for. Maybe this person is teaching you patience or showing you who you don't want to be. Dale Carnegie wrote, "If you want to change people, start by expressing sincere gratitude for their good qualities. Even the most unpleasant person has something good." The sixth technique is gratitude to the body. We often take our body for granted. Thank your legs for carrying you through life, hands for allowing you to hug loved ones, eyes for letting you see the beauty of the world. Research shows that people grateful to their bodies are less likely to suffer from eating disorders, take better care of their health, and have higher self-esteem. The seventh technique is gratitude to the past. Often we regret past mistakes, but every mistake is a lesson. Every failure is experience. Thank your past self for going through difficulties and bringing you to where you are now. Steve Jobs, in his famous Stanford speech, said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future." Now about measuring progress. Keep a gratitude scale from 1 to 10. Every evening, rate how grateful you felt that day. Record not only the rating, but also the reasons. After a month, you'll see patterns. On which days was gratitude higher? What influenced it? This data will help you optimize your practice.
Important point: gratitude and ambitions don't contradict each other. Some think that if you're grateful for what you have, you won't strive for more. This is a misconception. Gratitude gives energy for achieving goals. When you appreciate what you have, you gain confidence that you can get more. This isn't greed, but healthy ambition. Tony Robbins, one of the world's most famous coaches, starts every morning with gratitude practice. Yet he's one of the most ambitious people on the planet. Gratitude isn't satisfaction with the status quo, he says, it's fuel for growth. Another important aspect is gratitude in the family. If you have children, teach them this practice. Children who grow up understanding the value of gratitude are more stress-resistant, study better, and have healthier relationships. Create a family gratitude ritual. For example, at dinner, everyone shares 3 good moments of the day. Or keep a family gratitude journal where everyone writes 1 line. University of Miami research showed that families practicing gratitude conflict 40% less and spend 60% more time together. Children from such families show better academic results and have higher self-esteem. Let's talk about gratitude at work. Many think the workplace isn't a place for emotions, but Google's research in Project Aristotle showed that psychological safety is the main factor in team effectiveness. Gratitude creates exactly such an atmosphere. When people feel valued and thanked, they're ready to take risks, suggest ideas, support colleagues. Start small. Thank colleagues for help, even the most insignificant. Acknowledge their successes. Write thank you letters. You'll see how the atmosphere around you changes. Salesforce introduced an internal gratitude platform where employees can recognize colleagues' achievements. Result: 25% increase in engagement and
founder, expresses gratitude to customers, employees, and partners in every shareholder letter. He calls it a culture of gratitude and considers it one of the key success factors. But what to do when you don't want to be grateful? When life hits so hard that finding reasons for gratitude seems impossible? First, remember, this is normal. Gratitude doesn't mean suppressing other emotions. Allow yourself to be angry, sad, worried, but don't get stuck in these states. Second, start with the simplest. Gratitude for the air you breathe, for your heart beating, for being able to read these lines, meaning you have eyes and the opportunity to learn. Third, remember about temporariness. As a Persian proverb says, this too shall pass. Bad times are temporary, as are good ones. Gratitude helps survive the first and appreciate the second. Neuropsychologist Rick Hansen, in Buddha's Brain, describes the principle of Velcro for bad, Teflon for good. Our brain is evolutionarily tuned to notice threats and remember negativity. Good things slide off, while bad things stick. Gratitude is a conscious effort to change this balance. We deliberately focus attention on the good, glue it to memory. Final advice: don't turn gratitude into an obligation. If you feel the practice has become mechanical, take a break. Try new formats. Find your unique way. Some draw gratitude maps. Some record voice messages to themselves. Some photograph moments they're grateful for. The main thing is sincerity. Gratitude isn't a goal, but a path. Not a state to achieve, but a practice that makes life richer, brighter, more meaningful. Here's my challenge for you. Start today. Take a notebook or open notes on your phone. Write down 3 things you're grateful for right now, no matter how small or obvious they are. Do this every day for the next 21 days. I guarantee that by the end of this period, you'll notice changes. And if not, write me in the comments and I'll return your wasted time. Just kidding, time can't be returned.